Welcome back, guys, to another Tesla video. So we got a lot of things to cover, not too much serious stuff, but still, this is very big news. We got some improved software and leaked software points for the Model Y and also what's going on over there. We also have a lot of talk about the stock joining the S&P 500 and what my valuation for Tesla is per share recently. And if you also check out Elon Musk's net worth, well, he's actually super duper rich. So let's just talk about the first thing, the most important aspect, which is some of the leaked software, which points to some pretty incredible perks for Tesla. Now, Tesla leaked some software stuff and people are starting to notice on Twitter, and it points to new range increases, and this is specifically for the Model Y vehicle. Now, it's a new leak. It's going to be introducing some new ranges, and this is going to be implemented on the SUV, the Model Y, which is less than a year old. It just came out, and it could be getting a big bump like the Model 3. And Tesla only started deliveries of the Model Y earlier this year. And in my city, only a few people have it. But of course, it looked really good. And they already made some improvements to the vehicle, which I absolutely love. One of the biggest things about Tesla that I really like is after you buy the vehicle, it's not like the car manufacturer just leaves you. They give you updates every once in a while, not to just keep you interested, but also make your vehicle a lot better and a little bit more updated, kind of like your phone. And just last month, both versions of the electric SUV saw a pretty huge range increase. Now you got the Model Y long range dual motor. It went up to 325 miles, which is up from 316 miles. You got the Model Y Performance model, which is now 303 miles, which is up from 291 miles. Even though it's not a lot, but just giving you guys just like 9 to 15 miles more range by a software update is well worth it. This is why I love Tesla. They have all sorts of little itty bitty software updates just to make your vehicle go a few miles further. Now, this is pretty big, especially how you got one of the biggest Tesla hackers, Green, on Twitter saying that the Model Y is getting in a new efficiency package, which is an even higher range coming. So just see what happens. Keep in mind that the efficiency package is just simply tied to software. So it could be actually letting the Model 3 save a lot more power with this brand new software, maybe some like battery saving tips here and there. I'm not really sure what's going on, but just simply increasing the range on both the Model Ys already after not even coming out less than a year, well, shows that Tesla really do care about their cars. And the cool thing about the Model Y is in Berlin, at this current moment, they're trying to get the Berlin Gigafactory up, and the European Model Ys will be getting the 4680 battery cell, which is the denser and the newest prototype battery cell. So if you guys live in Europe and you're deciding to purchase a Model Y next year and you really want the brand new battery cell, you're in luck because the Berlin Gigafactory will be the one cranking those out. And just a quick little recap about what's going on previously in the Tesla battery world. Since they're going to be mass producing the 4680 battery cells in the next couple years, since Musk said that Europe will be the guinea pig for the 4680 battery cell, the Model Y, not the Model 3. So if everything's good, if everything's in order, nothing really crazy happens, they will use the 4680 battery cell for all the other Gigafactories. But of course, since it's a lot more denser and holds more charge, you're going to be needing even more nickel. And where do you get nickel? You go to Indonesia, which sits on the world's biggest nickel reserve. And they're contacting the overall government over there. And the Indonesian government seems pretty interested about setting up a nickel factory. So it's a really, really big deal. And it's honestly pretty cool. So they will be using the nickel batteries and they will be working with Panasonic. And Panasonic is making a prototype 4680 production line. So you kind of get the idea. If you piece together some of the puzzles, Musk and Tesla wants to be having one of the biggest battery production facilities for the 4680 battery cell within 2 years. So it's going to be a really, really big deal. And this is why Tesla stock is definitely going to go up even further. Speaking of the stock, recently Tesla just joined the S&P 500. Finally, after 5 consecutive quarters of being profit, it's now going to be joining the S&P 500. One of the S&P 500 committee members even said that they were kind of confused and baffled about how they're supposed to put in Tesla, especially Tesla was worth like $400 billion. It was already the top 10 biggest companies in the S&P 500, and they're trying to like shove it in somehow. It was kind of awkward and kind of weird, but I think the reason why Tesla got included now than back in September was Tesla's a lot more stable now. It's moving with the indexes, and this is what the S&P 500 likes. If you guys haven't noticed, when the markets go down, Tesla goes down. When the markets go up, Tesla goes up. Unlike previously, Tesla was way too volatile for anyone to like. Now Tesla's a lot more stable and a lot more calm, and there's less of that really crazy outburst. So one of the biggest things about Tesla is I feel like it should stabilize at around the high 400s and maybe even around $500. Maybe nothing above $550 at this current moment. I feel like Tesla's getting a lot of really good catalysts, really good news, but the shares, of course, are a lot more stable now. They're an S&P 500 company at this moment, so don't expect them to be shooting up like before. It's going to be a lot more stable, and the S&P 500 committee knows that Tesla is a really, really safe stock now. Even I said this multiple times. A lot of people are deciding to put their retirement funds partly with Tesla because Tesla so far is pretty stable. They're doing batteries, autopilot. So there's a lot of good catalysts, and we should be seeing Tesla having a slow and steady crawl up rather than massive weird spikes going up. So I don't really feel that Tesla will be going down anytime soon. I don't think you should short Tesla. I think Tesla is just being Tesla, hovering at the high 400s, which is perfectly fine. I feel like that's the new normal for the company. If you guys want to invest in Tesla, honestly though, buy some shares or buy some call options a year out and you won't regret it. It will definitely make you some good money. And last but not least, let's talk about SpaceX and also Tesla, because at this current moment, their combined worth is over $500 billion, roughly $600 billion. So at this current moment, if you look at this tweet, someone is saying that Tesla and SpaceX is worth over $500 billion, and Musk is like wild times. Just shows you that Elon Musk is making a ton of money, and since SpaceX is a private company, Musk is getting a ton of benefits from this. We all know that Tesla's market cap is roughly $400 to $450 billion, probably a little bit more than that, but around that region. And SpaceX is also privately owned, and also other smaller companies out there, like the Boring Company. SpaceX caught the eye of Wall Street, and Morgan Stanley even told SpaceX that it has an estimated valuation of over $100 billion. At this current moment, you can't actually purchase SpaceX shares, but rumors are that you might actually be able to purchase SpaceX shares through JP Morgan Chase, which Chase could actually connect really wealthy clients to private companies and buy these pre-stock shares. So it's actually kind of weird. Just Google it. It's actually pretty interesting how JP Morgan Chase might actually allow a lot of people around the world. I think you have to be pretty rich to purchase companies that have not gone public, like Robinhood, like SpaceX, these really, really good companies that simply do not have went public. And they do go public, well, since you bought these shares before the IPO, you're going to be making a ton of money. Also, Morgan Stanley listed several factors for the estimate. For example, the Starlink satellites and also the US launch market, and also how they're making these really nice reusable rockets. So Musk's net worth is honestly going up, and hey, he's worked pretty hard for it, a lot of money on the line, and let's just see what happens, because so far Tesla is doing pretty well, and who knows, there's also heavy rumors about SpaceX filing for an IPO, and there's also big rumors about Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin filing for an IPO as well. So it's pretty interesting. Definitely stay tuned for more news. And yes, we covered about Tesla, but we could also talk about SpaceX's IPO, Blue Origin's IPO, because those would be pretty interesting. Lately, there's a lot of people trying to announce these really crazy space stocks. You got SRAC. They will be partnering up with Momentus, and this is another space company that will IPO around early January or February of 2021. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment below.